tip from Driver Ed Jr. What's that, Junior? Oh, he's saying, whenever possible, secure your car seat in the back seat of your vehicle.
Because if an airbag deploys in a crash, it can be really bad news for the little ones in the front seat.
It's always best to secure your car seat in the back seat. That way you don't have to worry about the airbag at all. Huh? Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. You older kids and grown-ups, be sure and choose to wear your seatbelt. Right, Junior? Choice is yours, New York.
Would you like to add the classic look of brick to your home or business at a fraction of the cost? Look no further than King Road Materials. With many years of experience in asphalt technology, King Road Materials are your environmentally friendly users of recycled materials. King Road Materials serves the entire Capital District with Fane Concrete. Whether you're a homeowner, home builder, or general contractor, Fane Concrete has the expertise and equipment to serve you. Our pavements are built to make the right first impression, and a lasting impression too. For more information, call King Road Materials at 382-5353.
For a portrait of classic rock in upstate New York, it's Classic Rock 102.3. Upstate New York's only classic rock, Classic Rock 102.3. There's only one station where every song is a classic rock masterpiece. Classic Rock 102.3.
And now, the Capital Region's first Fox News at 10.
It's an ugly mess now. A lot of land that this man likens to a natural disaster area. Now he's inviting anyone to come take a look. Good evening, everyone. I'm Natalie Martinez. First on Fox tonight, a Colonie man chooses a rather bizarre way to protest the destruction of a plot of land that he looked to for peace and tranquility. The homeowner says he had a verbal agreement with a local developer. Now, the builder would put up a couple of homes, but only a few trees would come down. Well, that didn't happen, so the man put up an eye-catching sign. Fox News at 10's David Wade has the story.
What were once trees are now stumps. Grass is now sand and sawdust. For Orrin Sussman, this lot of land next door to his Colonie home used to be a sanctuary for him.
It was sort of a pristine retreat.
That is until a landscaping company cut down more than 100 trees to make way for 2 new homes. In protest, Sussman now calls it the Mount St. Helens disaster area and has placed a sign in front of his home inviting passersby to come take a look.
It's just like a desert, you might say. It's all sand, trees are gone, birds are gone, wildlife has vacated.
Sussman named the lot because he says it reminds him of the aftermath of the Mount St. Helens eruption in Oregon in 1980, where trees were leveled by lava.
I took a helicopter ride over the mountain, and it looked very similar to this.
Sussman knows what developers are doing is perfectly legal, but he says he was told only a few trees would be cut down, and that's why he's put up this sign. The owner of the surveying and planning company in charge of this project says he was absolutely shocked to hear that Mr. Sussman had put up a sign. He says he never told Sussman that only a few trees would come down, and he says Sussman was here every single day over a 6-day period in which the trees came down. He says not once did the homeowner level a complaint. Chris Meyer of O.J. Meyer Land Surveyor and Planner also says about Sussman, quote, "He's never expressed any displeasure in the 9 meetings my brother and I had with him. It seems like he may be looking for attention." Sussman admits he does want the attention. He wants people to see his sign, stop in, and see the damage.
Once you cut these trees down, it take another 60 or 70 years to come back to the way they were.
A few new trees are already trying to fight back, and Sussman says he'll also fight, quietly, with this sign. In Colonie, David Wade, Fox News at 10.
The damage is considered minor, but 3 local teens are in some major trouble tonight, accused of breaking into a Guilderland school. It happened at the Westmere Elementary School late last night. Cops say the 3 teens, all dressed in black, snuck into the school through a window. 2 of the 3 are juveniles. Their names are not being released. Cops say the third is 16-year-old Thomas McGuire of Albany. The teens were arrested after an officer spotted them running around inside the school. One of the kids allegedly had a BB gun.
They went around to some of the doors in the school and pried nameplates, like boys' room, girls' room, and teachers' nameplates off the door. They had played with a couple of the computers.
Just
pulled
sort
the
of like
fan
a
on.
prank, that type of thing?
I don't know if that was their intentions or not. I don't know if they realized the severity of it.
All three of the teens are charged with felony burglary charges and several misdemeanors. The juveniles have been referred to family court. The 16-year-old will be arraigned in town court next week. An anonymous tip leads Greene County officials to a drug bust in the town of Hunter. Police nabbed 47-year-old Joseph Valero and 26-year-old Rita Sherman for growing and possessing a sizable amount of marijuana. 81 plants were found growing on their property. Cops seized 9 pounds in total. The suspects were arraigned and remanded to the Greene County Jail. A Saratoga Springs police officer will have to pay out of his pocket for choking a city man. A federal jury has decided Captain Robert Flanagan used an excessive force in 1994 when dealing with Paul Amato in the booking room. Amato owns Pope's Pizzeria and was arrested for allegedly assaulting his own parents. Amato wanted $7 million, saying he suffered permanent brain damage from the incident. The jury didn't go for it and instead awarded him just $1. The jury will meet again in mid-August to decide how much Flanagan will have to pay Amato in punitive damages. Flanagan has been a police officer for 27 years. 4 months ago, the fiscal year began, and this weekend, legislative leaders are still working to pass a state budget. Lawmakers hope to finish the 1997 session by Monday. Patakian Speaker Sheldon Silver spent much of the summer debating the overcrowding issue in prisons. The plan they compromised on calls for a new 750-cell maximum security prison. It'll be built in the Adirondacks, about 20 miles west of Lake Placid. UPS service may come to a grinding halt next week. A strike deadline has been set for midnight tomorrow. Unless there's a new contract, some 200,000 United Parcel Service workers won't be showing up for work on Monday. So far, Teamsters union officials say contract talks haven't made much progress. Things are hot at the bargaining table, but meteorologist Jon James says we're in for a cool down in weather. Let's check in with him now for the Fox First forecast. John?
Yes, big change is going to be occurring overnight. Today we saw a moist, warm air mass. Overnight tonight we'll see a dry, cooler air mass work in here, and that's going to spark off some showers, especially for some of you up in the North Country. We'll take a look at the radar right now, and you can see as we put it into motion up in northern Hamilton County, they are seeing some thunderstorms right now, and those will continue to march their way southward, causing some scattered showers for some of us, but by the time it gets very far south, those will diminish in intensity and eventually fade out after 2 o'clock in the morning. Isolated showers, thunderstorms early, partly cloudy, patchy fog late, low falling into the mid-60s. For tomorrow, a real nice day shaping up. We'll tell you all about that and take a look at your 4-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, John, thanks. At the Saratoga racetrack, it's a brouhaha over cigars, and we're not talking about that famous horse. No, the controversy is on cigars, literally, and how they can be sold at the track. Fox News at 10's Stephanie Gorin has this story.
Cigars are all the rage these days, and this man thought he'd cash in on the fad by selling them at the track. He never dreamed he'd be sparking a controversy.
Kind of shell-shocked and really stressed out.
The problem? The cigar girls, a dozen of them walking around the track peddling the expensive smokes. It's the first time the New York Racing Association has allowed roaming cigar sellers. Track goers didn't like it, and the complaints poured in. One says the smell is horrible. Another person writes, this is no way to enjoy the track atmosphere.
It was all about just that the cigar odors, were offensive and that it caused debris, and they just were not happy with the whole health issue of cigars. And I didn't get one verbal or written complaint regarding the girls' outfits or how they looked or their appearance or anything like that.
Naira grounded the girls. No more roving the stands. Now they've set up 7 sites. People who want cigars have to find them.
I have a lot of guys stopping me on the way in and saying, hey, where you been, So they miss us.
Now that they're at tables and behind counters, cigar girls say they're just not selling as many of these. And since they make their money mostly on tips, they say staying put is a financial hardship. Lisa Kellogg says when she walked, she made $75 a day in tips. Now, down to $10. The girls don't like it, but some track customers do. Selling fewer cigars means less smoke.
I can't tolerate the smoke. It actually gives me a headache and congests me. So if people don't smoke, I'm very happy.
It's terrible them doing that. I just can't believe they're doing that. They should be able to walk around wherever they want to go. If they want to sell cigars, or they only want to walk around, it's awesome.
But all is not lost for the stationary cigar girls. There is one benefit.
Their feet aren't hurting as much as they used to.
In Saratoga Springs, Stephanie Gorin, Fox News at 10.
Topping national news tonight, 2 suspected suicide bombers are arraigned on conspiracy charges at their hospital bedside. The Palestinian men were wounded when a team of police burst into their Brooklyn apartment on Thursday. Cops were tipped off about a subway explosion planned by the 2 men. In Jordan, the Palestinian terrorist group Hamas denies any connection to the suicide bomb plot. Wildfires still burn in the hills of San Diego. The blaze has claimed more than 500 acres of brush and 15 buildings have been destroyed so far. The fire started yesterday and is not expected to be fully controlled until Monday night. Arson is suspected. A dramatic sight out of the skies in Florida this afternoon. A funnel cloud transformed into a waterspout over Tampa Bay. Witnesses say the spout lasted about 20 minutes before it lifted off and dissipated. On Fox News at 10, there's a killer on the loose, and you may be able to help cops catch him. The Capital Region's Most Wanted is next.
On the next Fox 23 in Focus, some terrific and inexpensive outings to enjoy with your family, and some rainy day boredom busters, Sunday at 8:30.
Ah, summer. All across America, people are having fun in the sun. But who's having the most fun? People who see their Chevy dealer. It's a Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event. Right now, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a whole bunch of Chevy cars and trucks. It just doesn't get any better than this, America. Chevy has always had a great reputation for value, and now, wow!
Don't miss the big savings at your local Chevrolet dealer's summer sell down.
If you need new furniture or bedding, you've got just 6 hours to take advantage of savings to 63% throughout New York's largest furniture showroom. Tomorrow at TAT from noon till 6.